looked like making the 5 halfway through the season.
Norwood's triumphant stealing of the TS Hill Premiership Cup in 1984, after coming from 5th position, was still a very vivid memory, and yet the moves were well underway in October of '84 for the season to follow in 1985. John Halbert, a protege of Jack Oatey, was replaced by former Richmond ruckman Mervyn Kane. The Oatey era at Unley was over after 23 highly successful years. Neil Curley, after taking out the flag in 1983 and finishing 6th in 1984, hung up his boots and was replaced by John Cahill, former Collingwood and Port Adelaide coach. Graham Campbell was not reappointed as the senior coach at the Bay after 2 years. He was replaced by Graham Corns, who had been serving his coaching apprenticeship with South Adelaide. About 1 month later, South Adelaide announced that former Hawthorn star Don Scott would be at the helm in '85. Right through the summer season, the deck was shuffled, with players moving from club to club and state to state. When the first cards were dealt for the pre-season Escort Cup, it was West Adelaide that emerged as a very strong winner. The minor round opened on the Easter long weekend with 3 games on Saturday and 2 on Monday. The league started the season at headquarters and took on Sturt.
The march, have a look at that. He's got it now. Button hasn't got the pace to get to that one, but he gets a great bounce. Back to Roberts. Left foot. Oh, how about that?
Scanlon puts it high. Button sets himself. Warren back there with him. Over the top. Brilliant mark.
Button's got yet another chance to mark it. Can't do it. Couldn't recover. Vardeniga can. Oh, that's his 3rd. What a valuable player.
Coming through was Hine. Gumley, outwinder is Graham into the open goal. They've got to get one now. Gee, they needed that.
Hellier nearly took the good mark. Winter was disposed of beautifully by Hollis. Pate goes through. He should kick a goal. He sets it up. Dead set.
Coming over the pack to Thomas. Came from Vardeniga. Thomas hooks. It's going to be close. A Shepard. Oh! Where did that come from? Manna from heaven. He had no hope of marking that.
That's a terrible kick. It went over the top of Button. Gee, have a look at this side. Thomas hit the post with his body, turned around, picked it up and kicked the goal.
Thomas.
Now here's the first of several surprises for Rick Davies for season '85.
Yeah, there's no doubt about Craig Barham. He's a really committed footballer for Norwood. Committed, even the Norwood players are laughing at the Norwood hierarchy. That is incredible.
By 5 o'clock, Sturt were 63 points behind the title holders.
You see some things happen in footy. Imagine how he feels. And of course, only one player on the field can do that, really, when you think about it. He's a character in himself, Craig Barham.
I just said he was a committed footballer too.
He just committed Harry Carey on that occasion.
Woodville again started with a win this year over South, and at Prospect, North Adelaide needed only 1 quarter, the first to brush Central's aside.
And there he is, now he's right to the half-back line. Moves it out, plays it on quickly. Stephen Riley gets it in. And North Adelaide out of trouble. Jarman, Antrobus. Played on for Robertson, who's back in the play again. Chiller. North Adelaide now they're in bother, still get clear. Michael Redden. Move forward for Jarman. Will they score this time? On bounce, Jarman sets himself, has a look, nobody there, home, turns it in. What a great goal from North Adelaide. 1 goal to Central's 2 points. Certainly North Adelaide got the possession at the 10-minute mark. Looked better, but as Graham said, got to get the score on the board. Big fly by Andrews doesn't come off. North Adelaide now will get one right there. Peter Bennett, the centre-half forward, lines it up, and there's another one, is it? Yes. Pryor with a chance. In the meantime, the Ant. Oh, legs it over. Michael Brearley.
Redden got the tap. Chiller on his right foot, but he's had a snap anyway. Field scored. The umpire says that's a goal to David Chiller. And North Adelaide has got 3 goals to 20. Central's 3 points at the 20-minute mark of the first quarter. By Thien and Redden. Ant comes out with it, turns onto his left foot. It's a snap. Umpire's having an extremely close look at it. And Tony Antrobus has started magnificently. He's got 2. Jarman's kick's going to go high. Dietrich is going to set himself with Graham Buckley from behind. Spoiled it away. Klomp off hands. Can he make room? Quick handball out. Here's a chance for North Adelaide. Beautiful evasion. The left foot snap. And Hill has got North Adelaide's 5th. Bomb's gone for the screw. It's a monstrous kick right to the square.
That's a goal. Fantastic.
It's
the longest kick Ken Plum's ever kicked in his life.
I've never seen. You reckon North have won a premiership? Have a look at them. Great first quarter by North Adelaide. 10 goals, 3. Central Districts, 4 points. A grand final filling after only 30 minutes of play led North Adelaide to an 11-goal victory. On the Easter Monday, Escort Cup champions West Adelaide started clear favourites against Torrens, but the Eagles were just as keen for victory.
Andrews came in late, nothing in that though. Schimmelbusch says he got one high, but the umpire's not interested. Ronnie Andrews was tripped on that occasion. Actually, he looks like he's in trouble with an ankle. Back to the play, we see Schimmelbusch. He'll run into an open goal. He's got it. Goes in long. Now Roberts is in trouble, sandwiched between two players. No one wanted it. Cunningham off hands. The kick away into the square. It's bounced back. Held off break with that one. Long. Looters. Oh, Lindsay. What a top mark, Bruce Lindsay. Now Roberts hasn't got into the game. Oh, he's had a couple of runs at marks, but that's the first one that he looked like grabbing. Bennett. Kicks forward. Now Woodhall is behind. Up he goes. Oh, big mark.
In there is Taylor. Micken try to get it out. Taylor comes out. That's a beautiful handball. He finds Hannah on the wrong leg. He dummies the handball round on the left leg. Puts it up. Goal! Hayes to Hannah. Away goes West Torrens again. Oop. Runs into a bit of trouble. Supported by Cozy. He's got to get round. McKinnon does it well. Puts it out in front of Taylor.
So John Cahill's Bloods tumbled the Eagles by 52 points. And at the Bay, Graham Corns had a big smile when Glenelg walloped Port Adelaide.
Wayne Russell's gone down heavily. There'll be a yike on. Is there ever?
Oh, gee.
There's a bit of tension in pre-season games, but just about all players involved in the melee in the centre square.
And Henwood has been reported.
Ben Harris's kick out towards Russell Johnson. Simons the crumbs. He's got the speed. That's a goal, boys. Dean, one bounce. Oh, he's been caught off balance. He's going to have to make room. Here he does. Left foot snap for goal. It's high. Simons run about 30 metres there. Not sure of a bounce, but he slotted it. Towards centre wing, looking at Dwayne Russell. Forward away by Henwood. He's got a big punch on him. Lawson couldn't do much with it. Bianchi, he's got the fumbles as well. Down he goes. Recovered to Lawson. He's got running players. That's Tim Ginniver. What's he going to do with this one? It's been his fifth kick this quarter. It's smothered. Tapped on by Lawson to Bradley. Bradley's got time. He'll line him up. Drop punch. Straight over the umpire's head. Port Adelaide, 5 straight goal.
Picks it wide, looking for Copping. Copping turns. Can he keep it in? At this stage he does. Picks it up. Flicks it in towards Stringer. Stringer has a look. He's got somebody in the square. It's McGuinness. Put it down. Glenelg, 5-7. Port Adelaide, 9-9.
Out the side, Ginniver again. Heavy clash with McGuinness. Alan Stringer to McDermott. Doesn't have a look, but fires away. Copping almost made front spot. Chase on. Can Walsh get there? He can't. It's still in play. McGuinness comes in. And finally, Port will get out of trouble.
Brent Owens the kick. Here's Simons, though, with a chance to pick it up. Plenty of pressure there. He hooks it out to Marshall. Left footer. Lines it up. It's going to go through. What a goal. Glenelg right back in it with 2 quick goals. 7 goals, 8. Behind Port's 9-10. Stephen Williams again in front. Big Carey, though, with the height. Takes it out of the air. It's tapped on for Glenelg. Alan Stringer goes into the body. Gavin Walsh. Walsh. There it is. Fifth. Came straight to Kernahan.
Wayne Russell will drive the Magpies. No, he won. It's a beautiful smother opportunity now for Wayne Henwood. Gives it across to McGuinness. He's on that left foot. Will go right towards the square. Kernahan Shipley. It's home by McGuinness. And Glenelg have hit the front. 13 goals, 15. Port, 13-12. Henwood Walsh first there from the play. He's urged on. He kicks it with his left foot. Right towards Copping. He's got one spot and he's taken the mark. Alan Stringer was running past, but Copping will blast now. Kernahan's on the lead. That's where it's going. He's almost a dead heat with Curtis to pay the mark for Stephen Kernahan.
Only a couple of minutes to time on now, and Port Adelaide need to get a couple of quick goals to get back in.
Final scores were Glenelg 31 goals 18 to Port 16 goals 20.
Kernahan again, he's having another shot, and he's got it. Yes, what a goal.
The next Saturday, West put a win on the board against South. Central District beat Woodville by 12 goals. Torrens went down to North, and at Footy Park, Port played Sturt.
10-2 by Barney. Another opportunity here for Ginniver. Hooks it around the corner. It's not a bad shot for goal won't make the distance. Wayne Russell. Jeff Martin for the double Blues will drive them into attack. Davies is setting himself. Ben Harris will go. Davies, strong. Looks to be a much better bounce. Baker got the tap towards Bradley. He missed it. Oh, he's picked it up beautifully, though. Quick little handball to Lawson. Lawson dells full forward. Wayne Russell's the man he's looking for. Eventually has to spoil. Comes Lawson again. Hooks around the right. It's coming back with a breeze. That's a fine goal by Lawson. He worked it all the way down from the centre.
Bradley Anderson it is on the outer side. Kicks long to the half-forward flank. Good mark. Strong mark by Wayne Russell. He felt that one as he went down. Long kick towards centre half forward. Whittlesey going back. Gets one late from Russell.
He needs support. Does it well. He's caught now, however. The wild handball found Derrington. Maybe not so wild after all. Derrington's kicked towards the full forward area. Nice little spoil away. Michael Graham gives it to Rick Davies. He's caught by Owens. The ball and Rick doesn't like it. No.
He knows very well that was the decision, though.
Not a lot of leads on. It's a powerful kick into the breeze. Will go almost to the edge of the square. Off hands it comes. Gill. Tackled by Watling. Strong tackle. Play on, the umpire says. Out at back comes to Colin Graham. Could be his second in as many minutes. It is.
A kick forward to the half-forward line. That's a great mark, and it's very hard to beat. Wayne Russell. Kennedy coming with the breeze across him. Decides to go short again. It may not pay off. Jennifer was in front. Now a chance as Wayne Russell gets a good hand pass back. High tackle. Zubernick runs his full distance. He's looking for Derrington. Derrington didn't know it was coming. Davies is out there on the flank now. He'll get it over to Derrington. Here's a go for the Blues. Derrington lines it up. It looks great from here. It's through. Sturt hit the front in the last quarter. And this is a great game between two traditional rivals here at Footy Park.
We're back in the centre. Baker missed it. Viney makes space up towards the half-forward area. Now comes Ben Harris. He couldn't take it. Opportunity now for Harvey. Over centre wing. He's looking for Simpson. He'll have to chase it. The bounce will favour him beautifully. He's got time to look. He's run his 15. His ninth kick up towards the full forward area. That's a reply by Simpson. So Port go back in front.
Port ran on to win 20 goals 18 to 19 goals 6. At Norwood, Glenelg had a good chance of victory, but the game had to be played right out to see if they could really take the points.
Here it is, he's breaking up, Gilly goal!
Victory to Norwood, and they were off to their best start to a season for many years.
Now, Lachlan. Oh, beautifully stolen, Lachlan. Open goal. Oh, great football. 2 goals, Lachlan.
In round 3, South and Sturt battled it out to get off the bottom of the premiership table. It was a close game, with Sturt winning 17 goals 16 to South 16 goals 10. At Football Park, Glenelg and Torrens had a tough battle to overcome losses from the previous week. In the end, it was Glenelg's game, winning 18 goals 7 to 16 goals 8.
McGuinness shows terrific pace to get back there first. Comes round on the left leg. The kick is not a good one. Carey underneath it over the top. I think they're into the open goal.
At Adelaide Oval, North and Norwood met to decide who should head the premiership table.
David Robertson. Campbell, though. Robertson. She's got pace. Beautiful kick to Parsons. Or it's Bennett, in fact. On to Phillips. Phillips can turn and have a look. This could be the score they need. It's long, it's high, it's straight, great goal, and it's through.
The captain will slow up play. Dietrich wants it in the square. Where the kick goes. Big fly! Dietrich got the set. What a mark! Matthew Campbell through centre. The Roosters back into attack. Michael Bennett played on quickly. Trevor Hill. North are running now. Way goes Hill. One bounce.
Dietrich.
Back towards the centre of the ground. And Dietrich, you picked him, Keith, on the lead. And Trevor Hill saw him from the corner of his eye. Hill now. And stand side. Back to Vardanica. That's where we were. This time he decided not to go.
Hang on. He was out of bounds by a metre.
So was McIntosh.
I can't believe it.
It's been pulled up.
I cannot believe what Vardanica did. He ran out of bounds.
What true, Keith?
But Norwood, great kicking on 9.
Ah, well done.
Point, beautiful interception. Gets his handball back towards Phillips. Phillips will turn. It's his left boot. Jarvis didn't handle it. Another beautiful smother by Kelly Pickett. Oh, it's at the post, did it? No, through for a goal. Unbelievable play. North Adelaide could hardly believe it. It's there. Daryl Hart has got Yes. Jarvis, that left foot. Menzel flies, playing his 100th today. Antrobus gets around McIntosh. Through the centre he'll go. Fifth kick coming up when he puts boot to ball. He does now. Up towards full forward. Parsons and Dietrich. Parsons, Dietrich, dead heat.
To half forward. Parsons couldn't quite grab it that time. Goes down though, kicks it on to Antrobus. Passed it on. Antrobus runs into an open goal. 7 goals North Adelaide in the quarter. 13 goals, 9 to Norwood's 11-1.
Oh boy, they're on fire. Chiller. Been dynamic so far this quarter. Towards centre wing, it's 2-on-1. Robertson.
What a fantastic mark. 2-on-1. Worked the ball. He's at 11th kick. He's at a great game. He's looking for Parsons and found him. North Adelaide running the ball like a premiership side. Dietrich in the front. What a body. Craig Barn, kick out to the grandstand side, looking for Neil Hine. Redden in front. Phillips. Oh, gee, they've got it on a string. Chiller.
How about that?
This is not a bad sort of shot.
That's a goal,
is it?
That's a goal.
North Adelaide have kicked 9 goals this quarter over the half-forward line. Antrobus marks that. No, he doesn't. Oh, gee, here's Parsons. Oh, blimey. Oh, Simon's got another one. 10 goals in 18 minutes. North Adelaide are 16-10. And Norwood are still on 11-1.
And Redden. Mick Redden in front of
Very
Hine.
interesting to see the stats after this quarter, because at this stage North Adelaide must be winning the ball 3 or 4 to 1.
Oh, and there's Bennett. 2 grabs.
Chiller on his own. Beautiful run there.
Trevor Hill.
Shoots, he on the move. Trevor Hill making. Oh, and he's fallen over at the last minute, but he's got time to Antrobus. Antrobus in all sorts of bother. Gets out of it. Little hand pass on. Antrobus again dives over the ball.
A record third quarter score saw the Roosters take the game away with a 54-point victory.
And there's the record for North Adelaide, the highest score ever against Norwood. They've got 18-13 on the board, and Norwood 13-2.
Anzac Day, and round 4 opened with a double-header at Football Park. In the early game, the Warriors took on league leaders North Adelaide. It was a close battle all day, but North picked up its 4th consecutive win. The big crowd was thrilled by the magical form of the Ant. Watch here as he seems to duck and dodge the whole Woodville side.
Tries to pick it up, can't do so. Andrews again, turns back in, got legged, moves it on, ducks and weaves round Parker, pops it into Dietrich, he's taken it in the square.
The second match was the traditional rematch of the previous grand finalists, Norwood and Port. Norwood won 23 goals 14 to Port 19 goals 13, but one of the happiest men there was Rocky Roberts. Here, he earns his free when there seems to be no way out.
A chance for Roberts to still keep it in play right on the edge. He's got 2 players coming at him, Alan Gill and Jim Geneva, and it's a kick off the ground, says the boundary umpire. Well, certainly somebody got a boot to ball, and Rocky Roberts is having a big grin.
Then the bombshell hit. Sturt Football Club announced that Rick Davies, its champion full forward, would not be required for its next league match. Davies made front page headlines for several days while he agonised over his future playing career. Eventually, the state's goal-kicking record holder decided his playing career was over and he would concentrate on his radio interests until the end of the season. Tuesday night, May the 14th, had the first of the 2 interstate matches, the only one to be played at Football Park. In 1983, we beat Victoria by 56 points. 1984 saw Victoria celebrate with a 4-point victory. But for 1985, the Victorians were more serious than they had been for many, many years. One day prior to the match, the VFL applied to the NFL for the use of 4 interchange players instead of the 3 that had previously been approved. No approval was given, but Victoria played with a team of 22. South Australia was to vigorously protest this in a submission to the NFL.
Picking up and firing away for Victoria is Harvey. Mark Harvey it was who snared the ball. Certainly a wonderful player. He'll kick it into the centre half forward area. Gee, that's not a percentage kick. Kernahan.
Brereton, Phillips over the top. First to recover will be McIntosh. Use his body, Collett. Redden. Now South Australia through Antrobus. On the left leg, gives a chance now to Anderson. The co-leaders into attack. Or is anyone home? Danaher getting back on the ball. Fine defensive mark. I can tell you, Connolly gets a surprise handball. Out comes Roberts. But coming to meet the ball South Australia 2-4, Victoria 2-3. Your caller, Peter Marker.
In ruck, it's Lee for Victoria against Johnston. A line ball in there. It comes off hands to Platten. He gets a quick kick away. Roberts tries to get front spot. Can't. Kernahan's got it. The handball out to Roberts. He wants his left boot, but he gives it back to Kernahan's. He fires away with his left foot. Puts it straight through for his second goal.
Players getting just a little excited as Brereton, the least excited of all of them. He's got the ball. Goes long now up towards full forward. Out comes Merritt. He stumbles, but he's still got the mark. He beat two South Australians who both seem to have the ball well covered.
That's punched away on that occasion by Leslie. The chance now for Victoria as they go in again. The man in front is Motley.
Campbell got it from McIntosh. South Australia into attack again. Going to meet it is Danaher, and also there are fine marks taken in defence. No, that is Raines. Hooks around the corner. His kick's not much better. Good take by Thomas. Handball's a shocker. Anderson to use his pace. Brilliantly does it. Puts South Australia into attack up towards full forward. Well taken there by Russell. He's got it for tuck into the pocket.
Big Phillips went up behind. Spoiled him well. Osborne back to Brereton. Now Russo. He's got it at left half forward onto the left boot. In front on this occasion is Leslie. The chance now for Danaher in front. Roberts off hands. Bradley, Kernahan. No one to kick to. The handball comes out to Ace. Off hands, Andrews. Goal! Great work, Andrews. He ran past Ace. That's his first goal. Scores the level again. 4-4 apiece. Doesn't go too far. Centre half forward for South Australia there now. A bit untidy in there. Platten gets the free kick, plays it on Roberts. He's under the ball and he takes the mark. And he will get 15 metres without a doubt. Victoria running it well. The man in front is Lee. He has to get rid of it quickly to Healy. Healy comes around onto that right boot, sends it into centre half forward. That's beautiful work by Healy. And a good mark there by Dale Wakeman.
10-9 to 6-4. Victoria into attack again through Stephen Wallace. Up to full forward, getting back on the ball. Here's a chance for Ablett to suffer through. Oh, magnificent goal! Oh, what a brilliant goal! Unbelievable! Victoria's 11th goal. Ablett second. 11-9 the Victorians, 6-4 South Australia.
Well, they're certainly taking advantage of some opportunities now. And it's Mark Lee that's providing them. He's doing some wonderful work in the centre of the ground. And Wallace, of course, has been in everything since half-time and getting the ball forward. And Ablett, what a wonderful player he is when he gets a chance to get at it. An opportunist. And that opportunity he took full advantage of, just half-volleying the kick through, just as it hit the ground, true soccer style. A great kick for goal.
35 points. They'll certainly need to lift and quickly. Andrews was hit pretty hard. He's having a go at Darren Williams now. I must say I don't blame him. The little ant won the McGarry medal 2 years ago, and he's got a shiner by the look of it. And there's the action replay.
Ridge wants to play on. He's got a lot of players playing well now in the forward line. South Australia's Western is going to be a lever. Big leave, Ablett. He's on his right foot, which is his right foot. Puts out the pass in towards full forward. A chance now. Bradley twists and turns over to Kernahan. Kernahan under pressure. Gives it back to South Australia. Roberts hooks. Great goal, Roberts. Third goal. Got it from Matthew Campbell.
Mark Lee is still in ruck for Victoria. Through it goes to half forward. Now to Dermot Brereton. Off hands it comes to Royal. He's running into an open goal and he's grabbed, holding the ball. Phillips got him. Playing all over the place at the moment. Ablett in front. It went through Bennett. Slipping over out there was Russo back onto the ground. Ablett's kick away towards Brereton. It's not a right angle, that ball. Wakeman off the ground. And he's got his fourth goal.
And Van der Haar, the ball goes out to the outer side. Here's a chance now for Harvey. And a long kick in now by Paul Roos towards the half-forward line. Well, there's no one home back there. Victoria's Wakeman has got the pace to beat White, or has he? He puts it out in front of Van der Haar towards the goal. Gets it onto his boot. Goal, Victoria!
Victory by 57 points, and the pride of South Australian football was badly bruised.
Really been pushing wind uphill to get back in this game.
In other news that week, South coach Don Scott rocked football circles by announcing that he would quit the club after 6 successive losses. South, who had finished 5th in the 2 previous seasons, were stuck to the bottom of the premiership table. Later in the week, the club announced that Rick Davies would return from the wilderness to be their playing coach for the rest of 85. In round 7, we returned to the home and away games for the Adelaide Cup long weekend. On Saturday, Norwood defeated Woodville by just 2 points in a lacklustre match where Malcolm Blight demonstrated the skills of a star.
Warriors away at last, 1-2, Norwood 2 points.
And he tears off for Woodville. Blight's got the run of it if he can pick it up onto that left boot. He's normally dead. Beautiful goal, Blight. And on this occasion through McDonald. Now Haylock, short, Blight. Great mark, Blight. A goal here would be handy to Woodville. Have a look at that. That is dead centre. 8 kicks, Blight, 3 goals. Superb kick, that one. Beautifully gathered then by Maisie, and there's a great kick forward. Beecroft, one hand up. Over to Blight. This is a goal. Left boot coming up. 5 goals, Blight. Great start to the last quarter by the Warriors.
On the Monday, Torrens ran all over Port with an 11-goal victory, and Centrals met the revitalised Panthers at Adelaide Oval. Unfortunately for South and new coach Rick Davies, it was another loss. South didn't give up there because 5 days later they turned around and defeated Glenelg by 5 goals. These scenes in the South rooms say it all.
I can look you all in the eye. Every single one of you. But it's only 1 week. If we're to make the 5, which is probably a dream, we've got to do the same every week. Well done.
Round 8 saw 2 close finishes. The first was at Football Park between Port and West.
The half-forward line there by Kennedy. Ganna left us. Good tackle. Anderson got the footy. The umpire said play on. What a game of football. The kick by Williams is high to the half-forward line. Winner, Bradley, Owens, Bilton. No one can get it out there quickly now. Hutton gave it straight to Lamb. Lamb puts it out into great mark, short. 30 metres out. Into time on by a minute and a half. West Adelaide down by 2. How tight can you get? Then Russell Ebert, I don't know whether he looks calm or not. I don't feel it. Shaw's kick is going to... Oh, unbelievable. 1 point the difference.
Incredible, Ian, to hit the post in a situation like this, but there's still time for both sides or either side to get up. Russell Johnson couldn't mark it. Desperation. It's over the line. 14-12 Port Adelaide. The Bloods 14-11. Could we see a drawn game? Off hands it comes now. Geneva runs it over the boundary line as well he might, with the Magpies in front. Time running out. In an incredible last quarter with 1985 possibly hinging on these last dying seconds of the game. Russell Johnston. Port Adelaide have won it. An amazing last quarter. Port Adelaide have won it by a point. 14-12 to the Bloods, 14-11.
At Unley, the quickly improving Blues grasped the Roosters by the scruff of the neck.
It's content to see him go to the boundary line. They've got time on their side, but there's one straight kick the difference.
Mike Noonan is a worried man. This is the toughest game he's played out a game.
Darryl Smith, short, clock, handball line towards Supernick. He's got a kick, he does. He'll go short by Motley. Now Motley will slow it up this time. Don't lose it, Motley.
Oh, that was a spectacular piece of Academy Award work, by the way.
Nothing in that. Peter Motley short, Wilmot on the lead. Canaan will get there. No, Wilmot's got it. Well, Wilmot, you've kicked 7-1 so far from 8 kicks, and this is going to be your big kick of the day.
He's made it hard for himself, hasn't he? Look at the angle, it's huge.
Ironically, this was his last kick.
And at this stage, the breeze has dropped to nothing, so he can do it.
This kick could tie the ball game. It's a great kick. No, hands. 5 points the difference.
What a sensational.
This is a vital knockout for Sturt. Peter Reid chaps it on towards Smith. He can't grab it. Gumley with it. Gumley's kick is high. Anywhere it'll go. Jarman. And Andy Jarman rides the bump, goes down. Felt that one on the right cheek, so to speak.
Yes, it was all his brawl right from the time it got kicked off the boot.
So Andy Jarman, the brilliant centre man for North, drives it forward. There it is. What a game. 5 points the difference. North Adelaide the victors. They go in undefeated. 15-13, 103 points against a courageous blue side. 14-14, 98.
June the 1st, at the end of the first series of home and away matches. Woodville defeated Port at the Adelaide Oval, and it appeared as though Port were not going to make the finals. West Adelaide surprised everyone and beat a depleted Norwood side at the Parade. At Football Park, the Dogs were desperate for a win to reinforce the reappointment of Kevin Neal as coach for 2 more years.
Back towards Kernahan, the umpire's going to have to bounce it. They've got players, the Dogs up there that can kick goals. DeRouge, Kernahan, Platten.
Centrals don't mind how long they keep it there. They got a 3-point advantage. Back in defence, McDermott can't. The ball comes out to Platten. Shoots for goal. Going to be close. The Dogs have won it. Platten, 2 goals in the last 2 minutes of the game. Look at the excitement of the Dogs. Cowboy Neal can't believe how he got out of that. A brilliant comeback by the Dogs in the Dome under the final quarter. Has seen them run out winners brilliantly.
That was Glenelg's 3rd successive defeat.
15-12.
At Theberton, Torrens watched Sturt play the first quarter before joining in the contest.
Smith, Darryl Smith onto the right boot. Gee, right into the open. Here's a player there. It's Wynn Wilmot.
Kicks into half-forward position. Hank there for West Torrens. Out came Wilmot, couldn't handle it. Picked up by Viney. Amble over the top to Motley. Motley lines up the white sticks and slots it for Sturt's 3rd. 3 goals to Sturt. Torrens still yet to score.
Run being given by Peter Reid from half-back. His kick into the forward pocket. Looking for Motley again. Whoa, what a fly!
It was a good game, with Peter Motley starring for Sturt and holding off the challenge from Torrens. Sturt won 20 goals 17 to Torrens 17 goals 12.
Loose, and that's Whittlesey from the back pocket. That's how much run they've got. Over the top for Wilmot. Can't try take the one-hander. Martin the opportunist straight through. Thank you very much. Sturt 5 goals 4. Torrens 1 solitary point.
And so after 9 matches, North Adelaide were undefeated on top of the ladder, followed by Norwood. Glenelg, Torrens and Sturt were vying for 3rd spot with 5 wins each and only percentage separating them. Centrals were just out of the 5, but West, Woodville and Port seemed to be slipping out of contention, while South was looking just for wins and some consolidation.
Out it comes now. Stringer, Curtis, Simpson, Geneva, Bradley. The Magpies running now. Belton, Russell Egan, through centre half forward, sets it up. Great goal. Oh, incredible football from the Magpies.
The Queen's Birthday long weekend saw only 2 league matches played on the Saturday. Port Adelaide was smarting from its loss the previous week to the Warriors, and they met Glenelg, who had lost their previous 3 matches and was certainly worried about making it 4 straight losses.
Get there. Gibbs comes to meet the ball. Breaks the tackle. Tangos. Gets it back to Henwood, who can't raise the gallop. Now Walsh. Hooks in high. Hooks in low. Goal! What a goal! The Bays still there fighting. Even Graham Corns allows himself just a whisper of a smile as the Bays ram on their 15th goal.
Ross Gibbs wants it. It's going in that direction. He's in front. He's got it. No, he hasn't. Off hands it comes. He's still after it. Anderson took it away from him. What a game he's played. Now Curtis. Port Adelaide have got the run of it. Evans is leading. Anderson runs through half forward. Nobody home. It's going to run through. What a goal, Anderson. Great football, Port Adelaide. They gave it to Fiarchi. Mistake by the Glenelg players. Murphy and Dwayne Russell. Dwayne Russell copped another one in the head. It was accidental. Kernahan's going to give Alan Stringer the chance. Getting under the ball. Ross Gibbs. 5 goals, Ross Gibbs. 17-14 Glenelg. Port Adelaide 18-13.
Quickly off the thing. Lucy gave it across to McDermott. Now Stringer thought about giving it across down to Maynard. Maynard puts it into the pocket. Gibbs with a chance. Can't pick it up. The umpire's going to give him a kick. Gibbs has got it. Full forward left pocket. 1 straight kick the difference. Gibbs has booted 5. He's been a sharpshooter. Puts this one in the attack up towards their half-forward line. Coming to meet it is Mervyn Kane. Gets the kick away. Oh, great mark, Thomas.
The match of the weekend proved to be at the Parade, where the steadily improving Sturt met Norwood. The Legs had set up a good early lead, but couldn't control the rain that stopped almost everything except Sturt.
In front, no mark. Michael McGrath, open goal. Norwood in front. McGrath has got his first.
Michael Annie sends him in towards full forward. Whittlesey spoils. Roberts with a charge. Scoops it out in front of Payne now. Payne 30 metres out. Shoots for goal. I think he's just offline a point. Gee, it's been a struggle.
Juggled it, takes on. He's got a chance now as he puts it up high. He won't get a goal with that one. Martin's under the ball. No free kick. Mott in trouble holding the ball. Hollis and also Kelly. Gee, gave it to Tom Warhurst. I don't know whether Tom really wanted it in that spot. Now Zubradic. He has to get rid of it quickly. Speared onto the left boot. Derrington in the pocket. Takes the mark. A goal by Derrington will be just what Sturt need. That's his second. So Sturt now trail only 1 point. 12-5 to Norwood, 11-12. Norwood have got the players in the forward line that certainly make things happen if they get it there. Spiel trying to kick the ball away. Here's a chance for Sturt as they go in, but it's offline. Derrington grub at that point to make scores level here at the Parade.
Almost 27 minutes gone. The Sturt runner out. The crowd starting to yell. Sturt in attack, over the top. Norwood they yell. Sturt supporters on the other side of the ground. The ball out of play once more. 11-12 plays 12-6. I don't reckon there's been a score for a half an hour. It seems like it. Throw in. Spiel gets the tap down. There's the zone. It's a draw. What a game of football. Neil Barr not happy at all.
Rain, mud, cold and neither team able to claim victory in the season's only draw. Saturday, June the 15th, and South Australia's best had flown to Perth to take on the highly favoured Western Australian team. Two of our secret weapons were the irrepressible Stephen Kernahan and a 35-year-old lad by the name of Malcolm Blight.
Gary McIntosh drives it towards centre half forward. Kernahan from the back, shoves it out forward to the play as Anderson. Goes in towards Richardson, a good mark in defence.
And that was a desperation bit of football from WA there. Bounces unclined for Western Australia, but this lets in Craig Bradley. Bradley going around the boundary line, threads out the right foot. Oh, he's put it through. What a superb goal.
Butley it is. Butley onto the left foot towards full forward, looking for Blight. And Malcolm Blight's got it. Went up between two West Australians to drag it down.
Going back is Whittlesey. Dog it off the half-back line is Greg Whittlesey. A long kick into the forward line once more. Kernahan from behind.
Once he's sent to the ground. Anderson again, he's right-footed this time, looking for Blight. Blight this time with a left foot. 4 points.
They are absolutely tearing the heart out of the Western Australian defence at the moment, South Australia.
Craig Bradley over the 50-metre line. Goes out further field to Campbell. To Blight. 25 metres out, the screw kick from Malcolm Blight. He has done it again, 4 points.
Here goes side bottom, knocking it away from goal. No backup for Sidey either. None at all, he was looking for it. And Bubner able to take possession of the ball to Whittlesey, back to Bubner. Side bottom just can't get there, those old legs won't do it for him. Brilliant play from South Australia to Anderson. Anderson to Blight, who's so far away from his marksman, it's a joke. Blight centres the ball. Underneath it for South Australia is number 18, Mike Redden.
50 metres out, Campbell. From the back. No, play on. Ranch was in front. Taken by Kernahan. What's he done with it with the left foot?
That is
goal also. Great goal from the lead of Stephen Kernahan.
That is absolutely champagne stuff from Kernahan.
Other side looking for Platten. Oh, gathers it in beautifully, John Platten. He's going up to the 25-metre line. He's over it. He's in the left full forward pocket. Kicks towards full forward. Oh, beautifully done, Cousins and John Platten.
Hardy. This, though, is McIntosh for them, number 14. Big thumping left foot kick. Kernahan the target. Knocked away from him by Browning. Browning must be putting hand on the shoulders all the time.
Kernahan taking the front spot. He's getting the kicks.
Well, you're going to get them when you're in front. That's for sure. And certain.
Work it down towards half forward. Lindsay comes straight through. That's a way to play it. Well played, Bruce Lindsay. He's got Bradley loose. Bradley takes it just over the mid-line. Picked the last one. Climbing up for his third. It's a good kick. Out from the back, was it?
Right, yes. Scott versus Redden. Redden easily. Caton trying to come through. Richardson for one of his few possessions, but hand passed the wrong way. This is McIntosh, shrugs off the tackle. Left foot kick by McIntosh. That's how easy it is. As Platten has it, Kernahan gathers beautifully. Lovely hand pass to Thomas, who did well to gather it. Thomas will give it across to Campbell. He's within 25 metres. Hooks it into Blake, who marks superbly. Rance tries to get the tap away. Platten fires the hand pass out to Bradley. Bradley goes inboard. Browning over the top. Thomas left it behind. Swooped on by Platten. Platten, as easy as you like, has put it straight through the middle.
Andrew Jarman, plenty of time to boot it down towards Kernahan in front. No trouble at all. A little bit of acting there, I think.
Hellier forward of the wing. Lovely long kick to half forward. Motley in front, marked, broke away from two Western Australian defenders. A long hand pass to Cousins, who says, thank you kindly. Number 30 for South Australia, and that will give them a great deal of delight.
Certainly does.
When you can think in more ways than one. There's the siren. Mercifully, I would suggest, for Western Australia. A superb effort by South Australia. 30 goals, 18, 198. To Western Australia's 16, 15, 111.
In round 11, the Bays returned to the winner's circle in defeating Norwood by 3 goals. Now it was Neil Barnes' turn to worry, as the Legs had not won a game for a month. With 11 successive wins, North Adelaide was definitely top dog and knew that they were going to be in the finals no matter what happened. Their meeting with Norwood at Prospect appeared as though it would be another victory to the Roosters to add to that winning streak. Norwood did not seem to be the team to stop North just yet, but stop them they did.
Scanlon gets a push and he'll take a free kick. Peter Neville-Roberts didn't do that too well, that half-back line in too. Very upset. David Rudy went back and had a few words with him. Norwood 10 frees, North Adelaide 1. Taylor kicks it out of the form. Horn's gone down. The Norwood players are all running around David Chiller. They reckon it was his fault. Jim Fields not too interested in it though, but I can tell you what, John Hall is still on the ground.
Puts it in the end of the half-forward line, out numbers Dietrich. Doesn't get a fly. It was Hellier who got it back to Robertson. Shrugs one tackle, sets it up for Sanders. On the left leg, goes in long, right in towards goal. Redden back there, 1 grab, 2 grabs. The big fella's got a goal!
Neil Hine, there he is. He's replaced Paul, who went off with a facial injury a little while back. Roberts at half forward. Great handball, Neagle. Kelly for Norwood. Gee, that's superbly done. Now Payne. Over the top to Pearce. Great goal, Norwood. They set it up with handball. 2 goals to Pearce. Not well directed. Good mark, Trevor Hill. He'll have to get rid of it quickly. He does. Up goes Robertson. What a great mark.
Early in this quarter, and at least momentarily, the North Adelaide fans started to get something to yell for where North made their bid, or when they made their bid. But now Norwood have steadied. The kick to the half-forward line. Big mark. Kelly, he bowled through, he had his 15 metres, strides for goal. Brilliantly done, Craig Kelly. Kick number 16.
South Adelaide to attack again. Glenn Hewitt. At Footy Park, South under coach Rick Davies met Sturt for the first time since Rick had left the Double Blues. Rick kicked 9 goals and South won its 4th game for the season. For the Panthers, the tide had turned. On July the 6th, Rick Davies popped through another 8 goals, this time against West Torrens, in a game where South had a second-half revival that saw them through to victory. But more importantly, they moved off the bottom of the ladder for the first time in 10 weeks. Incredibly, they were now only 2 games out of the 5.
Go forward. No, they can't. Great stuff. Troy on towards David Cattler, and he can kick it a mile if he gets onto the boot, and he does. In she goes. Davies uses the body beautifully. Thank you. Chin mark. What a beauty.
This man is unbeatable in a man-to-man contest, standing your ground. You can't beat Rick Davies.
He's got a bit of power, this boy. Loves to run through packs. Up forward, chance for Brockhurst. Couldn't handle it. Fall away by Eichner. Now a chance for Brockhurst. He snaps around his body. This is coming back. And the South players just rush towards Brockhurst, who can't believe it. What a day he's had as well.
It's his
Rick
first
Davies
game.
Launches him up into the air.
First game in league football. His first goal in football as a result in league footy.
Have you seen a more excited lad than that?
At Brighton Road, the Bays turned a corner and headed away from uncertainty and into a place in the finals when they defeated Sturt. It was a win that took them from possibly slipping out of the 5 to being able to grab third spot. The game produced a piece of football magic that left Sturt coach Mervyn Kane lamenting and Glenelg fans delirious when the 1982 McGarry medalist Tony McGuinness jumped into his wing boots for this incredible goal.
And the Bays steady yet again. Mervyn Kane from behind. Whittlesey went up one hand, and here comes McGuinness. How about that? He is an absolute star, McGuinness. Oh, what incredible football. He ran straight past Mervyn Kane, kicked number 20, his second goal, and I don't care where you've seen football, that was incredible.
Round 14 and West Adelaide, who had won their last 3 games, met the Bays at Footy Park.
Runs through half forward, sets it up with a long one, Stephen Kernahan. Couldn't mark it. Comes back onto the left ball. Put it through. Great goal, Stephen Kernahan. Oh, that's brilliant. West Adelaide forward players kneeling down at the moment. Clayton Lamb's got it. Puts it onto the left boot. Won't get a goal with it. In fact, I don't think he'll score with it. Now Red off the ground. Scores the goal that might give West Adelaide victory.
Hamilton around McGuinness, but got caught on the left leg, wobbles it to the half-forward line, copping at the back, Filkey with a pace, breaks clear, drives up now towards Burett. Back there with him is Dudley Burett, using body, open goal, laid out was there, West Adelaide.
A 7-point win to the Bloods and their chances of moving into the 5 were improving with every week. At the Adelaide Oval, South played Norwood, with most tipsters going for Norwood, even though the Panthers had won 4 of their last 5 matches. South finished 39 points in front, and after the game we saw a very frustrated Neil Baum.
Taylor's boot, a wild one into the middle of the ground. Darren Troy, the tank, here he comes again. Darren Troy forces the ball in for Davies, but the take's in front of him. Oh no, it's trouble for the Norwood side. Schneebeckler can't pick it up. Davies has got it. He's got it onto the boot, and he's picked up another sort of goal. Well, the Panthers can't do anything wrong in front.
I thought ours was a very weak performance indeed. I was really very, very disappointed. It seems as though part of our program is you've got to let South give you a whipping every year, otherwise we don't reckon we're playing. But not to take anything away from South, they were very good and they were very committed and ran very hard, but particularly disappointed with our guys.
Saturday, July the 20th, and another doubleheader at headquarters. In the first game, the Eagles were slaughtered by Woodville, 25 goals 16 to only 6 goals 13. In the afternoon, Central District played Norwood, with the odds in Norwood's favour, as Centrals had never beaten them at Football Park.
Ahead of Craig Baum, getting back on it, Bruce Winter, he slips over, Fraser steals it from him, turns into the goal, through for a brilliant goal. Well, that's how you steal it and make a big 6-pointer out of it. Central District 6 goals 9, Norwood 5-7.
Drives in towards the full forward position looking for Rocky Roberts. Not to be. Connolly's got it. Connolly drives back along the grandstand wing. Neil Button in the way. Whoa, did he get hit? Whoa. Oh, now, that's extremely unfortunate. And I think we'll just leave it.
Umpire Hilton is in a bit of trouble.
It was on the screen and he didn't fall over on his own, I can tell you that.
I can't tell you it wasn't.
But why on earth did Robert Fraser buy into it? Why is he worried about Umpire Hilton being knocked over?
Chain collision that caused the umpire to go down.
Yeah, sure. Robert Fraser raced over and said, cut that out or something.
With the football, John Platten streaking into a goal onto that right boot. And that's home. Central District's 9 goals 10, Norwood 6-7, and Neil Baum's got worries. Platten's got the chase on. If it sits for him, he'll pick it up and drive it long.
Great ball.
Shot back towards Russell Shields, and that's well delivered with a wet, heavy ball. Shields is going to go across the ground. Rene Van Dijk. It's gone. Good effort by Central District today. They hold their place in the 5. 10 goals 11, 71.
victory to the Dogs saw Norwood suffer its third successive loss. At Alberton, West doubled the score of the Maggies, and barring some amazing form reversal, we knew that Port were not going to make this year's finals. At Prospect, Sturt lost coach Mervyn Kane in the second quarter after being hit in the head with a ball coming straight off a North Adelaide boot. Sturt went on to win easily, giving North their second successive defeat at home.
It's whiplashed his head. He's in a lot of trouble, Mervyn Kane. That could be a bad one.
18 points to the Blues. Painter from Spurl up towards Wilmot. Fine mark. A very strong kick indeed. Boot at 3. That is 4. He's got it through. Well, that's it for certain now.
Torrens had plummeted from 3rd in round 10 to be 7th in round 15, and things didn't improve when in round 16 they were rolled by Sturt to the tune of 21 goals. At Elizabeth, the Bays had another close game on their hands. Could they break that hoodoo and beat the Dogs at home?
Platten going to check side, comes around, straightens up, hooked in towards goal. What's he done? 1 point only. Oh, what a marvellous solo effort.
The Dogs just can't get any closer, and you have to play pretty well to win this. Platten, 2 grabs, good mark.
He has a good fly. Gee, there's some power in those legs, Pete.
So certainly is. He's got cramp, though. Collins got out of that one pretty well, put it back to Krieg. Now Collins in the clear. Here's a chance for the Dogs. Collins goes long, that ball's coming back. What a great shot at goal. Well, there it is. It's the one they wanted. Collins got his first goal. 10-13 the Dogs, Glenelg 12-9. McDermott coming off, gee. Carry on, so the Bays have got 4 big men on the ground now. Trevor Rowe. The Dogs are running. Rowe with the left boot, puts it up to O'Reilly. He gets a hand to the ball. Gibbs caught, got out of it like a magician. Pittman lines up, that's straight over the top of the umpire. His first goal. The Dogs back in business. 11-14, Glenelg 12-9.
Well, what's Graham Corns going to do now? And what are the players going to do? They've certainly gone for a bit of height on the ground.
Oh, so is Maynard. He thought about him. Kick may not make the distance. Kernahan up over the top for a big mark. He won't miss. That's his second goal. The Bays go 7 points up.
Platten can't raise the tired legs. Kernahan goes down. Platten still in there like a terrier. Kernahan comes up swinging. Thomas in there. We've got a yoke into time on the final quarter. It's desperation stakes, and there's a lot of pressure out there now. Carey goes down. Right on in there is Van Dommel. Now the umpire's right on that. It'll be interesting to see how they see it. It appeared that Van Dommel ran into it, but who's going to get the free kick? It's going to Van Dommel, is it? Or Thomas bolts off. He's got the footy. That's all that counts. Goes out wide. Rowe at centre wing. This way, that away. Needs support. He's got out wide. Krieg's got to stand his ground. Got the mark. Krieg on the half-forward line. 15-metre penalty, or is it? Krieg, 28.5 gone, too far out to score from here, puts it up in the air, looking up there for a big leaper, but Ross Gibbs again, a push out. Free kick against Glenelg for a push, and what an important kick this is for Grant O'Reilly. 15 metres out, right in front, seconds ticking away. The suspense is unbearable, Siren's gone! The Bays have won! The kicker has no real importance, but O'Reilly from point-blank range guides it through. But the Dogs, courageous comeback, is come unstuck with a second goal there from O'Reilly, and they'll fail by 4 points, and a very relieved Graham Corns, who have at last won a close one.
Round as Port killed Torrens by 18 goals. South beat the Dogs at home by nearly 5 goals. Whilst at Woodville, Malcolm Blight kicked his 100th goal for the season and laid the legs to rest with an 8-goal victory. In round 20, Westies showed that they knew which was the business end of the season when they rekindled their 1983 grand final form for one devastating quarter against South Adelaide.
Beautifully done with that. Poor Ronnie Andrews is in everything. There's a fight on.
At Footy Park, the match of the day between Norwood and Glenelg was neck and neck until Glenelg exploded early in the last quarter.
Plenty of time yet. McGuinness turns and pops it. It's a magic goal.
He's wrong foot too, Keith.
Yes, well, you can't do better than that, can you?
Too much height there for Murphy. The running player is Wayne Tanner. Tanner's kicked towards the pocket area. Getting back on it. What a mark. First league game today for Donovan and played it fairly well. Keith Thomas, a good spoil away from Stringer. Through comes Rick Nagel. The handball to McIntosh, as usual, between two players. On towards Jarvis. Jarvis is a massive kick going right to the square. Where's O'Dwyer? Great goal. Chalk up goal number 3 to Des O'Dwyer. 2 in the second quarter.
And Norwood get a valuable goal with the breeze. 12 points the difference at Football Park. Button forces his way through the pack. The ball to centre half forward for Norwood. Who can take it off the pack? Nagel tries to go through. Flashes one out. Here comes McIntosh. There'll be another goal on the board. Norwood, 8 goals, 8. Just a goal behind the bays.
Michael Annie couldn't handle it through the legs of Stringer. O'Dwyer back towards Keith Thomas. Thomas snaps around the body. He's found O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer's all by himself. He's taken. Just gets back there in time to stop him from playing on.
That's Bruce Winder, isn't it? That's who it is. It's not O'Dwyer, it's Bruce Winder again.
Well, I think you're right.
Down in that forward line again.
We know what's happened. Wayne Hill was going to the ground, obviously, and he's just followed him up.
And so we get the unlikely position of Bruce Winder lining up for his second goal, and I think he's got it. Back pocket player Bruce Winder cutting up the ground. Neil Baum can't believe it.
He's on nobody.
And Norwood are back in front by 5 points. We've played almost 12 minutes. Gallagher coming away from the centre. A strong tackle. The crowd want ball. Play on's the call. Long kick by Alan Stringer. Bays into attack. Up goes Kernahan and taking the mark. Left the weight. Players are streaming down for the Bays. It's going the way of Wayne Henwood. Alan Stringer over the top to David Kernahan as McGuinness goes by at 100 miles an hour, but Kernahan kicks. Looks for Big Thompson and Coppy. Warhurst.
Warhurst missed Gallagher completely. Taylor's got to come in. Simon's picked up superbly. Pops it on. We'll wait the third. I think Taylor Rush has done it.
Vardaniga, all the time in the world. Short kick. Here's O'Dwyer. And that hurt. It's like hitting a brick wall.
I think it's hurt Peter Carey more.
It has, you know. Des O'Dwyer, I tell you what, he's a lot more hurt than he'd let on, I reckon. He just stood up out of that one. It's just like a fighter wants to get up off it.
Tony Hall with a long kick. Thompson in the middle. A point in the second quarter and a point in the third quarter. Kernahan's kick. Strong off the boot. Through for a goal. Vanell back in front.
8 points the difference. The Bays are up now. Kick comes out to the wing. Oh, that's got to be a free kick, doesn't it? He didn't go for the ball. Maynard, meanwhile, forces it forward for Vanell. McGuinness out on his own. Half-forward line. He can work it all the way in if he wants to. That's what he'll do. He pops it. It's a magic goal. The Bays are away. 14-11. Forward, 12-9. So McDermott from just a little behind half-forward puts in a good kick all the way to the line. Off the pack it comes. Danger here. Stephen Kernahan's got it, and he's got it going. Oh, well. What a great goal by Stephen Kernahan. The crowd tells the story. Glenelga getting away with this game.
The smell of September was in the air with round 21, but it still couldn't stir Port enough to stop Central District, who, after giving Port a 3-goal break, streaked away to a 14-goal victory. Later that week, 4 times Magarey medalist and Port Adelaide coach Russell Ebert announced that he would retire as a player at the conclusion of the minor round. Ebert was being joined in retirement by another of the all-time greats of the game, Malcolm Blight. At the parade, the Redlegs prepared to play in their 16th successive final series by brushing aside a demoralised North Adelaide. No one epitomised the spirit in the Norwood side that day more than Gary McIntosh, who was in devastating form with his long, accurate hand passing.
Took his eyes off it. McIntosh breaks his way through, sets it up for ace, low handball.
Back to the centre, Mine again. And Redden got the hand to it on that occasion. McIntosh, like a man possessed.
Crowd yell holding the ball. Tiller got it out, but only as far as Greg Thomas. Gave it to McIntosh. He elects the handball to Gallagher.
Armfield claims the mark, but it was touched first. McIntosh runs it away. There's that long handball again.
Bennett in ruck replacing Redden at the moment, although he started there the third quarter. Hine got up the higher. McIntosh comes out with the ball. Gee, he means business. Slips it across Neagle. Low handball.
Robertson floored the ball. Tries to get it out now to Armfield. Stolen by McIntosh. Great anticipation, and the little man goes berserk in front of the grandstand.
With North's loss to Norwood, Glenelg had replaced the Roosters on the top of the table, and Norwood were certainly contenders for that coveted minor premier's position, with only one game to go. As it happened, 3 hours of play on the first Saturday in September, and all the confusion about who would end up where on the premiership table was settled. North grabbed the minor premiership by defeating Woodville. Norwood was second after easily disposing of Port, while West kept Centrals at bay in winning by 5 goals. Torrens finished with a win over South, and Sturt wouldn't allow Glenelg to push them out of the 5 by putting on a classy display at Unley. So the premiership table came to an end, with North on 30 points, Norwood on 29, Glenelg on 28, followed by West on 26, and making up the 5 was Sturt on 25. There was a gap then to Centrals on 22 points, followed by Port, South and Torrens each on 16, and once again Woodville with 10th, despite improved performances, with 12 points after 6 wins. A rematch of the 1983 grand finalists, Sturt and West, saw the final series commence with the elimination final. The game started slowly, and for most of the match, it seemed to be in the hands of West Adelaide. In the last quarter, things started to go wrong for the Bloods, and all the colour left John Cale's face.
Approaching 10 minutes in this last quarter. Can Sturt get back into it? Painter snares it away from the centre. A long ball in. Here's a chance for Wilmot. Shaw punches away. Great off hands. Winds it up and bottles it. His first goal. That's what the Blues wanted. A couple of good ones. 12-13 now. West Adelaide 15-20.
West Adelaide still by 25 points. Well taken by Painter. He's trying to lift them single-handedly. White's running. The worried look of Kane. Sees Neil Craig put it through. Juba still in the fight for sure.
Spiel, Pake, the lead from Craig again. Up he goes and takes another one. Oh, what a corner Neil Craig's played. He's going to play it on. Motley has gone down. Up he goes. He finds it. Oh, he didn't look to be in the right spot, Motley, but what a great mark. Right in the square. Jack Cole worried. So is Mervyn Kane. The goal here, Motley, will certainly set the cat amongst the pigeons. 3 goals, Motley, from his 19th kick. Sturt bouncing back. 14-13 to West Adelaide, 15-20.
Williams against Spiel. Line ball that one. Williams the second tap. Murat got it out by Herbert. Bradley Filkey. 30 metres down. He's steady. Fires the goal and puts it through. West Adelaide after the challenge. Filkey's first goal. The run 16-20. Sturt 14-13.
There he is, Big Frank Spiel. Mark Micken in full flight. Spiel got his hand to it. Carl Herbert ran through. Fighting desperately for the ball. Walk gave it to Smith. Smith has put a huge kick up the full forward. Off hands it comes. Hollis on the left boot. Turns around, lines it up. Oh, great kick, Hollis. Through it goes. For his third goal. Sturt steered it. 15-13 to West Adelaide, 16-20.
Hollis is going to look for Wilmot. Jopper Martin back there with him. Up goes short. The back of the pack is McKinnon. Wilmot hooks around the corner, getting back on it quickly. Now, goal! Beautifully read. His first, the Blues right in it with a big chance.
Gets back on it now. Smith wants it. He won't get it though, and Hollis will. He didn't drop that one. Raw takes the runner. Now it's Smith on the left foot. Shaw has got the trouble and off. Great mark, Shaw. What a top game of football he's played.
Gee, I don't know who's standing him. You're thinking they treat him like he's got leprosy. Up towards Andrews. Oh, what a mark! Oh, what a timely mark! 20 metres out. In front. What West Adelaide badly need at the moment is a goal. And there's one man that hopes that Rotten Ronnie can kick a goal right now. He's booted for. Missed his last set shot from about this distance. Towards the golf course end. The kick is going to wobble through, I think. Smith, this way, that way. Back to Pake. Handballs to himself. The umpire said, hang on. So it goes. West Adelaide have won. They hung on grimly on that final quarter to overcome the fast finishing Blues. The run-out winners, 17-21 to Sturt 16-14.
Sunday, September the 15th, Norwood and Glenelg went into battle.
14 minutes into the first quarter, the qualifying final, as McGuinness gets away for the Bays again. Oh, beautiful stab pass to Kernahan. Kernahan's got another player running. It's Maynard. Maynard can go forward again. McGuinness giving the run. He's lined it up, and it's through. It's handy stuff for the Bays. 4-2. Norwood, one behind.
Well, how do you stop that? Tony McGuinness just kept running. Maynard's got players running everywhere. Stephen Kernahan's made a strong lead. That's a great kick to him. The handball on high over the top to Copping. He's got Stringer running, but Copping's going to go all the way. That's it. Just snuck back inside. Stephen Copping's got 2 in the first quarter. Glenelg have got 5-2. Norwood 2 points.
And in 15 minutes of football, the Bays had put on 5 straight goals. Marshall in it, come again. Maynard with plenty of room. Now he's opened up the player. McGuinness can turn around and have a shot from here. That's exactly what he does. The Bays are taking this game away from Norwood. 6-2, then 6 goals up.
He'll go short again, I think. No. And Rick Neagle in the
He's got ace by himself.
He's been called to play on now, so I'll sit it up towards half forward. Big fly, Carey's the man. Right place it should have gone then.
Warhurst in towards that full forward position.
Oh, great
mark. Gee, looked like it might have eluded him. Just grabbed it as it went through. And after a great first quarter, the Bays 7-4 to Norwood 3-3. That's a 25-point break as Hine pushes it, but David Kernahan grabs it and puts the Bays forward towards the lake end. Copping in front position. Whoa, little nudge. Gallagher now. Short to Jarvis, all through his legs. Good tap on by Stephen Kernahan. McGuinness and all sorts of bother gets the hand pass free though. Now Adam Garden with a chance to run around onto the left boot. Moves it in. Bays pick up their first goal in the quarter. 12-7. Norwood 10-10.
What a remarkable goal by Adam Garden too.
He works it across towards the centre of the ground. Stephen Kernahan front spot. Another good grab from him. That's 9 marks from Stephen Kernahan as he goes forward for Copping. Oh, couldn't take it out in front of him. Turns though, has a look. Centre half forward position, 50 metres out, all the way. 4th goal to Copping. The Bays are 13-7. Norwood 10-10.
Dermott got that handball forward.
Oh, what work from Gallagher that was there, and he got that one out of it. About 3 players. Oh, that's an expensive miss, and you might write that one down as the one that didn't work. The Bays will get a goal out of this, the way they're running at the moment, and Norwood can say good night. They've got to save it now.
Kerry by himself. No, he's not going to him. Oh, he mucked it up. Kicked him the man on the mark. It was Halliard. Adam Garton's got the opportunity though. He'll need support. There goes the handball to Stephen Kernahan. Walks into the goal. Touches the air and says, we're home. Glenelg. They're 19-13.
And so after the first weekend of the finals, Sturt were gone, and we knew that Norwood would meet West for the knockout first semi-final, whilst Glenelg still had the double chance in taking on North in the second semi-final. But first we had to see who would win this year's Magarey medal. The favourites were Sturt's Peter Motley, Glenelg's Stephen Kernahan, Norwood's Gary McIntosh, and perhaps even Malcolm Blight, who had had a magnificent year for the Warriors. Again, last year's winner, John Platten, was given a good chance of being up there. They all certainly featured at some stage of the count, but only Motley could stay in there and remain competitive till the end, when 8-1 outsider Grantley Filkey of West Adelaide finished with 54 votes, through clear of Motley on 51.
Port Adelaide, G. Anderson, and Central District, J. Thomas.
Grantley Filkey has won the 1985 Magarey medal.
1985 Magarey medal is Grantley Filkey of West Adelaide.
It was a good night for football, West Adelaide and Filkey, but Filkey had his sights set firmly on the next Saturday and the first semi-final.
The ball comes to Filkey, can use his pace, bobs off, but puts it right across the face of goal. Getting underneath it, taking a fine mark near it. He'll look the pass off, Woodall wants it. He's going to give the handball across there. Beautifully up near it. Goal! Only Peter Mirren can do that. West Adelaide can run the ball into attack. Out quickly now comes Woodall up towards the forward line, but a fine mark taken by that player. Mickens is certainly helping the umpire make the decision. Goes out wide to Filkey, that's well put. Filkey has Bennett running for him, but he shrugs the tackle. Oh, he lost the run of the football, he's got to go back and get it. This way, that away, short. to Herbert's a bad pass. At the back is Rennie, runs through the open forward line, shoots for the woodwork. I think he's got the run. Oh, what a goal from the half-back flanker.
Bradley Ryan got it out to Brantley Filkey. Randall Bennett's the running player through the centre. Coming across Woodall, but it's punched away. Bernie Cotton, like a true rover, read it brilliantly. Off he goes. Got a bit of pace, little Bernie. Hooks it back now towards centre half forward. Peter Murat, left boot. Has he hooked it too far? No! Dead centre. Beautifully done, Murat. His first goal. West Adelaide 11-9, Norwood 7-6. Quick kick away sees Bernie Conlon snap it up. That's what you call a big crash, that one. And Jeffrey Morris didn't flinch when he went in. He copped it sweet. West Adelaide are going to recover from it though. Filkey runs through half forward, sets it up at centre half forward for Des Herbert. Doubled right over. Pretty sad to see.
Very sad. I can't bear people going for other people who are straight on charge and not going for the football.
Murat breaks out of the pack, runs through three players, kicks the goal. Oh, that's it. As early as this point in the last quarter, that's definitely it.
Still, it's better than kicking the opposition. 50 metres. No use to them. Michael Taylor kicks that goal to take the score to 13-7 for Norwood with his third goal. West Adelaide 16-13. Very, very good win to the West Adelaide players. They now move on into the preliminary final.
For the first time under Neil Baum's reign, Norwood finished the season lower than third, and West Adelaide continued with their remarkable series of wins. Sunday, September the 22nd, and minor premiers North, after a 2-week break, faced the Tigers in the second semi-final.
He got 2 yards on Duthie, good spoil away. Phillips couldn't handle it. Andrew Jarman can onto that boot. It's a split the centre. A goal to Andrew Jarman. North Adelaide hit the front. 2 straight goals. Glenelg 1-1. Maynard towards half forward. Henwood's going to fly from behind Kernahan in the middle. Well, there's 2 marks already. He's proving a worry to Stephen Hayner. There's no one in the square, so Kernahan wastes no time. Will he get the favourable marks? Goal to Stephen Kernahan. Good ball. Ross Gibbs. The super Carey. Carey, great kick. It's found Marshall. Marshall will play it on to Tony Simon. Simon's got Kernahan in the pocket. Again, 5 metres away from Stephen Hay. Kernahan's will play it on across the ground.
Looks dangerous, doesn't it? Hard. Great kick towards Robertson. Oh, he didn't take it. Maybe that was even deliberate on towards Phillips. Phillips lines him up, has a look. Just inside. That's good stuff for North Adelaide. His kick. Forward. Looking for McGuinness. Surely, man. Stephen Hay pretty lucky to get away with that because he surely handled it. Meanwhile, Andrews has got the ball. He's out in front of the pack. This time he decides he'll go all the way into the square for Parsons. Tapped away. Parsons still got it. Good football. Onto the boot it went. 3 goals to Parsons. He's value up there. Played over 29 minutes in this first quarter, and the Bays haven't done much in the last 10 minutes. North ever dangerous. Here they come again. Round the edge. Oh, that was Phillips that time. He's popped it right to the square. It's dead. 1-1. Dermott's kick will go right to the square. Carey at the back of the pack. Nobody can take it. McGuinness over it now. Turns and has a look. He's covered well. Oh, he got round beautifully. That's a magic goal. Tony McGuinness. Glenelg 6-1 now. North 8-4.
Played on quickly. Trevor Hill. Over centre wing. Andrew Jarman again creating space. There's another player out wide. This is David Robertson again. He's the greyhound and away he goes. One bounce. Gets inside Seabohm. And another player. This will be kick number 5 for Robertson. Right up towards the square. Campbell passed. Coach Graham Corns watching on anxiously from the benches. The kick goes forward. Up goes Kernahan. Couldn't get the second grab. Simon's off hands. He's got Garton in the square. And that's a superb kick by Tony Simons. Won't see many better goals than that from a very acute angle. Kick number 7. It's a good kick. Going to go right to the wall. Stephen Kernahan read that beautifully. Came in from the side. Stephen May just dumped him to the ground. That's 15, and that'll go right to the goal line. Why on earth would he do that?
Well, it's a very good question.
It's a nice kick as well. Parsons against Henwood. Henwood spores away. McDermott on towards Maynard. He shifted beautifully. Maynard lines up
waiting, and that's where he's got to do it. That's wow! That's the goal of the day so far, and that even beats the McGuinness goal. Play, but a lot of teams do it, don't they? They slow the side up. Now Simons with the ball. Oh, Henry in the spin. No, it's gone. Oh, second grab.
Hill, the handball over the top of Parsons, puts in those big strides, pulls it towards Darryl Hart. Hart's got plenty of time to line them up, and that's not a bad kick, right to the square. Oh! Good time, even. Darryl Hart's now picked a free goal for North Adelaide. That's 2 for them.
Phillips picks it up. Now steal by David Kernahan, pops it in towards Simons. He lets it go. Stephen Kernahan, the 10 line. Condon's got it. Poppy saw the player, short set back.
Over centre with has got A chasing him and getting there quickly. Stringer's kick towards Copping. Beautifully, and there's a fine one-handed mark. Riley will dump him to the ground, and a Gardner's
down. Gardner's out on the half-forward flank for him, but David Kernahan will now pop it up as he drifts in a little further. Stephen Kernahan. Quick kick forward by Hill, right down the line to the half-forward line. Great stuff by Tony Hill. Quite up with it, and he's away. He's looking at the goals. He can go all the way. Oh, trying to see the line, isn't it? It's there. He put the hand up. He thinks he did.
Centre of the ground, Matthew Campbell goes short. Dietrich is out on the lead. Spawned away by Duthie. Off hands Andrew Jarman back around the corner. Gives it. For the winner today, it's straight through to the grand final. Scored away by Paul Gibbs back to Hall.
Oh, McGuinness. He's run around. McGuinness will go all the way to goal. There's no one in front of him. Wildy comes to meet him on the half-forward line. McGuinness onto the left boot, and there it is. Great individual effort, Tony McGuinness. We saw him in the first quarter. We've seen him again. Yes, he's still feeling he's pretty injured, Peter Maynard, but only seconds to go, maybe. There it is.
A 14-point victory placed Glenelg into another grand final, and the dramatically improving Roosters would face Westies in the preliminary final. The big surprise from North Adelaide was the dropping of full forward Grenville Dietrich for disciplinary reasons just prior to this crucial game. As it turned out, North certainly played very well without Big Grenville and left West Adelaide to take 3rd spot in 1985.
You put this one down. North Adelaide pick up their first goal through John Brearley, the replacement full forward today. North 1 goal, West Adelaide 2 points.
Randall Bennett has got Carl Herbert with an absolute panic ahead of him on the outer side. David Robertson streaking after Carl Herbert. He's got pace, Robertson. The kick was wild, and well, a mark for John Riley, but full credit to David Robertson. Coming by himself at miles an hour.
Filkey in the middle, can't take it first grab. Met heavily by Chiller. Shrugs the high one. And now North Adelaide builds. Antrobus, the Magarey medalist from a couple of years. Puts a goal boot and kicks a medalist goal. North Adelaide are away now. They're 2 goals to West Adelaide's 2 points. Jarman finds the body. And it's lost again.
Andrews attempting to get the tap out, recovers well, jams the ball onto his boot, up towards that. And that's a great diving mark by Stephen Miller in Des Herbert, ex-Collingwood, ex-Fitzroy. Long kick right to the edge of the square, Arnold from behind, a great mark. Stephen Miller, screw punt to the edge of the square, Andrews, 2 grabs.
Wildy towards that outer wing position again.
Plays it on, strong mark, Brenton Phillips. The Kiwis play on quickly from North Adelaide.
Oh, great mark.
One-handed mark.
He wanted to go too.
I don't think distance is the problem, it's accuracy.
Left foot kick coming back with that breeze, won't make the distance. Craig Williams front spot, no mark. Candelactis couldn't handle it. Here's Antrobus onto that left boot, snaps around, and he's hit the post. Would have been a great Rovers goal.
He puts it out in front of Robertson, but Red, beautifully by Rennie. On to Hamilton, West Adelaide into attack again. Long ball for Ron Andrews, and Arnold and Andrews both interested more in each other than the ball. Wildy goes back towards Armfield. Armfield deep in that pocket. He's in trouble. Miller pushes it forward onto the left boot. He goes. He's kicked it. 4 straight to West Adelaide to make a nice score in time on. 4 goals, 5. North 2-1.
Jeff Morris spitting out at trouble and into trouble. Tried to get it towards McKinnon. Beautifully stolen. Jarman out wide towards Matthew Campbell. He bolts beautifully and fires in long. It's going to go all the way. It's a great kick, Matthew Campbell. North Adelaide hit the front. 7 goals 7. West Adelaide 6-7.
It's a good way to go in at half-time. Now Antrobus in front. Has a look, falls over. Oh, quick hand pass on to Stephen Riley. Peter Bennett, the centre-half forward. On he goes. He's got to play on. He's a left footer. Has a look. He kicked it from here. Oh! Whoa! North Adelaide. Are they going to go in at half-time on the burn? He's gone for him. Parsons has got trouble now, though. He's almost the take. That's Chiller who's got it. He's forced his way through the pack. Oh, he's got a great goal. Another captain's goal. That's fierce work by Chiller to get his second. Put North Adelaide well in front now. 10-8 to 7-11.
That was the way to go, I tell you, Keith. Short kick, wasn't it?
Bennett grabs it out of the air. It's all North Adelaide again. High towards the square. Oh, Williams couldn't handle it. Parsons will get it. Blimey, Charlie, North Adelaide are burning. 3 straight goals. They've got a 21-point break. He's on the line. Run forward for Carl Herbert. Clayton Lamb, little gift to him. There it is, there it is, there it goes. North Adelaide have gone to the grand final.
And so after 26 weeks of competition, it was time for the final battle. North Adelaide versus Glenelg. Not since 1973 had these two teams met in the grand final, and then, in a memorable match, it had been Glenelg's day. Today, the betting was very even, and when the match started, it looked like 1985 might be the year of the Roosters.
Everything in readiness. A magnificent scene. A packed house, 50,000 plus, Robert.
There's been a couple of changes. Peter Carey started in the forward pocket end, the big ruckman. He's down there alongside with Adam Garton. Of course, Garton's been a find for Glenelg during the final series, and Copping's up on centre right wing with John Riley next to him.
Minor Premier North Adelaide fronts Glenelg in the 1985 grand final. A packed house, 50,000 people plus, a perfect day for football. Henwood in there against Redden. The umpire has picked up a free kick immediately. And it's the Bays, I think, to go into attack through Stringer. A high tackle. Umpire Kinnear in charge. Checks out of the centre line to put the Bays into attack. It's a poor kick to the half-forward line, but fortuitously it finds Maynard.
Great opening by the Bays too. Redden under the ball. Henwood from behind smashes away. There's a high tackle. The lead is on from Adam Garton, but Stringer goes to the pocket looking for Copping. Riley in front. He's got the ball. Antrobus runs it over the top now. North Adelaide will try and run it out. They do, in fact, through Wildy. Up it goes to Bennett. He plays it up now. Here goes Robertson. He's one of the fastest players you'll ever see. He runs through half forward. That ball's coming back. Oh, it's a goal. Robertson's got the first one of the game. North Adelaide go forward once and they get a big one. 1 goal to Glenelg, 2 points.
He's the young brother of Riley, Stephen Riley, over to Stephen Hay. Built like a bull. Over the half-back line, a long kick to the half-forward line. Out in front is Murphy. Over the top, Parsons, not Parsons. Actually, Grenville Dietrich puts it up towards full forward. Parsons! Oh, what a fine mark.
Carey in the game. David Kernahan sweeps it out now to Seabohm. He puts it up very high. Riley under the ball. Beautiful judgment, Stephen Riley. Riley lost his footing late. Kernahan missed the run of the ball. Copping back on it. Here's a chance for Alan Stringer. Great handball to McDermott. This is a go for Glenelg. The kick not a good one. Oh, Hayes under that. Away he go. Oh, he ran off. He ran away with it. Holding the ball. Has given McGuinness the chance, and he won't miss. Glenelg's first goal. 1 goal for North Adelaide. 3 goals 1.
High tackle. In the North Adelaide player. Get the free kick. Gives it across to Chiller. Looks for Antrovas at centre wing. North Adelaide running over into attack now. Changes tack. He's going to get one down. Down he goes. A vicious tackle. A punch tackle. Up comes Antrovas. Bennett. Hart. North Adelaide going in again. Oh, the short kick by Sanders was not good. And it's McDermott who sends them out of defence. The Bays to the half-forward line. Coming across a fine mark taken by Riley. Alan Stringer. Maynard. Simons wants it, but it's going in towards Gardon. Big fella up. Simons going to get the crumbs. Ducks one tackle. Slips it out. Copping ought to be a goal. Open goal coming up. Fine shot. Beautiful handball.
will take the tap for North Adelaide. No, really it'll be. Carey shot the handball out, hard up the ground. Oh, he's kicked the goal hard.
I think it was a player came in from the side, may have been Greeley.
McGuinness is out wide, loose jacking North Adelaide. McGuinness on his natural left leg, he likes it from here, puts it underway, going in long, going in, and hit the woodwork, I think.
Robertson will take off through half forward. Beautiful kick to the square. Greeley gets back. The punch away comes. The umpire says play on. Mr. Cool, Ross Gibbs, in the back pocket, swings it wide. Up goes Greeley with a great...
Comes in towards Parsons, bumped away there by Henwood. North Adelaide a chance, Antrobus whips out a handball, open goal, lay down was there. Sanders, fine goal, beautifully set up Antrobus. Reflex is too good at the moment. A long handball goes out there now to Brenton Phillips. Half forward line, Antrobus wants the long handball out. Half forward, oh, he lost his footing, Salisbury. Antrobus wants back up support, he's going to get another free kick. Straight back to Robertson. Robertson half forward line. Gets round on that dangerous left leg, but it was smothered. Bennett couldn't. Tiller can. Open goal, 30 metres out. Fire goal! North Adelaide doing it on the bench. Gets a lead from Kernahan. That's where the ball travels. His shadow Wildy is there. Up clear. Salisbury to Marshall. Two Bay players clear on the half forward line, but Marshall, no pressure put on him, changes tack, puts out a pass, Garton.
Garton's on a lead. Marshall, the thump away comes from Armfield. Garton again, oh, he's got pace. Comes around beautifully, Garton. Great goal from the big chap. That's his second.
Tiller, back to Sanders in the double play. Here's a chance now, Robertson, watch him go. Over the half forward line, oh, left the footy behind. Oh, who needs the footy? Big Bennett. Robertson, oh, he's made a mess of this. He's down in trouble again. Tunnel balls it out. But it was straight back to Luthi. Seabohm, the double play, back to Luthi. Now Maynard, and he puts it up for McGuinness centre field.
He's recovered from that injury, McGuinness. Here's a go. Tony Hall's under the ball. And he's got it at left half forward flank. North Adelaide had the chance, but it's going straight back the other end. Maynard plays on, straight through the centre. First goal to Maynard with his 11th kick.
David Marshall, 182 senior games towards the lake end. Nice looking drop, punt, going to struggle for distance. Right on the line, it could be touched. Good in! Oh, what a goal!
Plays again from the centre. Alan Stringer now coming into the game, puts it up for Stephen Kernahan. He's under the ball. Oh, big mark back there by Stephen Riley. Garton is leading. Spoil. Kernahan! Taking another one. Trailing at 1 point by 5 goals. The Kernahan kick is straight through the centre. 2 goals, Kernahan. The score's a level.
Paul Kernahan at the back of the pack. The big fellow up again. Can't get this one. A snapshot away. Copper, I think he's got it. Oh, what a magnificent goal.
North Adelaide will have to get their act together, even in the last few minutes of this quarter. As Glenelg run it out yet again, they're running right. McGuinness now at half forward. He won't stop still. He did a pirouette then for no real reason. Kicks it into the pocket. Copping! Great mark. The breeze coming from right to left. He's kicked it. 3 goals, Copping. Glenelg blitzing North Adelaide now. 9-6 to North Adelaide, 7-6.
A turnaround of 23 points in that second quarter. Carey thumps the big one towards the half-forward line. Kernahan back now towards Simons. McDermott wants it out cleverly. McGuinness 30 metres out onto the left leg, shoots for goal on the base for a tremendous start. McGuinness puts his second goal. It took exactly 21 seconds.
The recovery wasn't there. It went back to Maynard. He scored, and then Glenelg piled on 7 without a miss. That could be the game this year. Parsons, Carey over the top. Running in on open goal is Hart. Beautifully anticipated. Got good defence by the Bays. His first goal. North Adelaide 8-9. Glenelg 10-7.
Phillips making a metre to get there. Out in front of Simon. Centre wing. Simons turns well. Off goes Garton, beautifully put Tony Simon. Oops, nearly dropped it. Kidney wants it. Wobbles one towards that player. Out comes Kernahan. Kernahan 30 metres out, gets round and shoots. That looks home. Oh, what a goal, Stephen Kernahan.
No two guesses there he's aiming for. Kernahan up high, off hands, got him! He's kicked another one, his third.
The full forward, and when that ball was spoiled away, oh, how cleanly he took it. That was a wonderful take by the big fella, you know, hit him right in the tummy. And he's converted a well-balanced goal.
A deficit of 24 points. Oh, not a good one, that one, although Stephen Riley got up high to take the mark. The out will go to Stephen Kernahan. Running player in McGuinness. Wayne Stringer, now McGuinness. The bait running. Kidney, McGuinness, one to beat. Can't get round. Oh, busted the tackle. Now he's led. Oh, gee, he was in more strife than Brick Bradford got out of it.
He certainly had the ball a lot, Maynard. That's his 15th kick, in fact. He's gone to centre half forward. Kernahan will eat that.
Yeah, it's interesting. They were 5 goals down at the 8-minute mark of the second quarter. Glenelg at the 14th minute of the third. They're 5 up.
It's a big turnaround. Kernahan just gave him one back. And he gave a big one back too. Well, it's on now.
Here's the Stouse.
The players want to get involved. I tell you what, David Wildy is still on the ground. He's not quite sure what day it is. The umpires are getting in there now. Wildy is still down. And Kernahan didn't like what he got, so he gave him one straight back. I'm not quite sure here that 2 wrongs make a right, but
He certainly did it in the right time, though, when the ball was right there. Who's the umpire to say that he wasn't going for the ball?
Was it Kernahan? Let's have a look at it again in replay. Up goes Wildy. Oh, you might say that that was a left cross.
Parsons cannot get into the act at all. Who was holding on to who then? Tiller, but it's McGuinness. Jarman put him down. Down goes Maynard, but he was going to get it anyway. Tell you what, there'll be
Maynard was hit
plenty of headache tablets after this game. The umpire let Stringer play that ball on, and it wasn't his ball. Kernahan took a screamer at centre half forward, conceding ground unintentionally on that occasion. Matthew Campbell, he gets it back. They come out though, North Adelaide. Player on the ground is Suchins, Andrews. Boy, I'd love to hate him. Good Mark Gibbs.
On the defensive corner of the square. Oh, he lost his footing. He's under pressure, holding the ball. Oh, what bad luck. They play on Simon. Out comes Garton. Oh, how a game can turn.
Really to do battle. Bennett trying to get it out. Hart turned around the corner and cleared his third goal. Or was it Sanders? Sanders was the player who got his second.
Still with a chance. We'll have to get rid of that in a hurry. Tiller is upended. Down goes Salisbury. Marshall. McGuinness high to the half-forward line. Kernahan up high. Can't get it. Copping. Gives it over Simon. Walking goal. Beautifully done. Simon's first. David Marshall. The long kick to the half-forward line. Kernahan. Oh, what a mark. Number 10. Kernahan at his best. At the set. Oh, what a beautiful mark.
McDermott next, deep in the pocket, and he'll have a shot for goal.
Peter, I think Parsons might be on the bench.
He is in. He hasn't kicked a goal, McDermott. He has now. Ross Gibbs will kick off. Oh, he's done a dropping. How about that? Oh, he's kicked a dropping. He'll get dropped.
No way. Treat to see.
Now McGuinness. The game running very late. Here it is. Glenelg win it. 21-15 to North Adelaide. 12-12.
What a great performance. Graham Corns, in his first year back at Glenelg, with General Manager Harry Kernahan, the father of David and Stephen, Bob Campbell, the chairman of the club, Henwood Happy, Peter Carey, over 300 games. The only player in the side to have played in a previous premiership in 1973.
The winner
of the Jack Oatey medal for the best man on the ground today was Stephen Kernahan.
So with the Tigers' victory, there were great celebrations after having been the bridesmaids in finals so many times since 1973. For North, 1985 had been a very successful year in every way but one. The hopes for other teams in the competition certainly improved throughout the closely competitive season of 1985. Now, they would all start working towards that next premiership flag in 1986.